Welcome and good evening, everyone. You're watching Sports Live. We have with us Tanzim Shakib. A very welcome to our show, Shakib.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I want to know how's the experience in playing in BPL, Bangladesh Premier League.
Yeah, this BPLs I really enjoying because most of the team getting runs. We're saying if you talk about the average score in this BPL is 180 plus. So I'm really enjoying this BPL, and unfortunately our team we didn't the started we wanted, but I'm really enjoying this BPL. Yeah.
And how do you see your performance till now in this tournament? Pretty expensive in last two games we have saw. How do you see your performance, all of that?
Yeah, I was enjoying. I said you previously, and the mistakes I made, I already go through them, and I will try to execute the plan I wanted.
And you also play for the Bangladesh national team starting from 2023. How's the experience till now playing for the national team? And you also play for ODIs and T20s you play. Still not Test cricket. Do you want to also want to come into Test cricket and play for the national team in future?
Yes, for a cricketer, when I started playing cricket, my dream was to play in national team. So now I am representing my country. So it's a great feelings, and now my concentrate only how can we win the game and how can we win the most of the games. So till now, I am very much enjoying national side, and in our everybody in national side are very friendly. So I really love to play in the national side, and I have been played, yes, as you mentioned, ODIs and T20s, and I love to play red balls. I enjoy it in first class. I would love to play red balls. If they pick me, I'll be very happy.
And how's the experience till now in Bangladesh Premier League? I mean, pretty much experience you have got till now. The experience and about what about the crowd? They are cheering for you. They're cheering your team. It's growing very well in recent couple of times. I can say.
Yes, because one thing we are talking about in media for last 2 3 years to improve our pitches. So
Hmm.
this BPL, our pitches is really good. Teams getting very good scores. So I think that's why crowd comes and they are enjoying as well. And last 5 games we played in our home ground in Sylhet, and the crowd was really crazy, and the support was really crazy. We enjoyed a lot, and we won 2 match in our home ground. So that's the gift for our audience, of course. And till now, I'm really enjoying the BPL. Yeah.
And how do you see the transition we are seeing in current times in cricket? People love watching shorter format of the cricket like T10, T20. We saw fans also like Test cricket also, but in current scenarios for the last couple of years, we see people much towards going towards like in the shortest format of the cricket, T20s. All over the world, we saw that leagues are going on, and currently Bangladesh Premier League is one of them. And what's your take on this shorter format of the cricket?
Format, we know normally in ODI crickets, people have to watch the game for 6 hours to get the results. But in T20s, we know it's like 2.5 hours. So I think and T10 is only maybe 1 hours or 1.5 hours. So that's the thing people are getting attracted because short time games, and they enjoy it in short time games maybe. And Test cricket is totally different. It's very unique and it's totally different Test cricket. We saw recently India played in Australia, and we saw the crowd. So that's the totally different audience, and shorter format is totally different audience, I will say. But I think I also love to play shorter format. I enjoy it because in shorter formats, every ball is a challenge for a bowler especially. Only 24 balls, and batsman will smash you whenever he get chance. So it's also challenging and also exciting. So I also love to play shorter version.
And would you like to play for Indian Premier League also in future if you got the chance to play? So many players of Bangladesh players also played in IPL. If you got the chance, do you want to play for it?
Of course, I would love to because we saw in IPLs most of the foreign players, the international stars comes, and that's the really good stage for learnings and share your experience to getting experience from the best. So I would love to play IPL if I get chance, of course.
And after some time, there is a big league coming, Champions Trophy. I'm talking about. You are also in the side. Bangladesh squad announced recently, and you are also playing for them. And it's an ODI format this time. How's the preparation going on? Because it's a tough competition. 8 top class teams of the world playing, and you are one of them. Any pressure you are feeling for that because it's a big tournament coming?
To be very honest, if I talk about my own preparation, it started from ODI World Cup in India.
Right.
In the ODI World Cup, the result we are expecting, we didn't get that. We only won one match against Sri Lanka. So that's taught me so many lessons, and from there, I was preparing myself for the Champions Trophy because I know the next ODI international tournament is Champions Trophy. So I was preparing myself mentally, physically, and also skill wise, how I can contribute myself, how I can contribute for my team. And I was really waiting for the Champions Trophy, and I was praying to Almighty that I don't get any injury or anything like that. I want to play Champions Trophy. I want to contribute for my team. So I was really exciting now, and yes, I'm very much, I would say, ready mentally and physically.
And who's your favorite batsman to bowl? I mean, in the world, whom do you like the much to bowl?
Till now, I enjoyed bowling Surya Kumar. I
Right.
really enjoyed him because he's very unorthodox. You have to very skillful against him, and you get so many challenge against him. So I really love to bowl him.
In today's world, if we talk about T20 cricket, batsmen have so many shots to play. Like we have saw 360-degree, different kind of shots they're playing. Is there any difficulty for the bowler's mind when they come to bowl? What's your prospect? What's your thinking when you come to bowl? Like the batsman, if Surya Kumar Yadav is playing and the likes of AB de Villiers is playing, what's the plan for them?
Format sometimes batsmen gamble against the bowlers. They premeditated sometimes. So yes, if you sometimes you have to be lucky enough to get his wicket. Sometimes you have to be skill enough to get the wicket, and it's all the mixed experience, I would say. And of course, it's very difficult because pitches is really good. They're playing pickup shots. You know, if you're bowling in nowadays, there is no good length maybe because if you bowl in good
Right.
length, the pick and it's went for six. So it's getting challenge. It's but it's enjoyable also because in this type of situation, if you bowls well, it really gives you some satisfaction.
Right, right. And if we talk about the national team, Bangladesh team, currently, if we see the world rankings, it comes in ninth number, right? How do you see in last couple of years Bangladesh a growth perspective? I'm talking about in cricket arena. How do you see that, and what are the changes? What are the transitions Bangladesh team is going on, and what do you think that in this Champions Trophy? What are the chances of Bangladesh team? We all know it's a very tough side, and we all know that some days are very tough for another different teams like Australia, India. They give very tough fight. So, what's your take on this?
Bangladesh cricket recently, our pace bowling getting very improved. If you look at the stats and everything in power play in death over, boys are delivering very well. And I would say nowadays we see lots of dedication in dressing room, lots of hard work, and nowadays people get sad when they don't contribute for the team. So that's also a positive side. And now we also see in the dressing room to take the challenges to win the match for Bangladesh. So that's really good part of our team, and boys are really dedicated. And upcoming tournaments, I see lots of hungriness in their faces, and also the first bowlers, I would say, giving the motivation to our team because the first bowler working really hard, also the batsman as well, batsman also working really hard. So we are now very much everybody is looking forward for the Champions Trophy.
Akib, so lastly, are you excited to play against India, the cricketers like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, facing them and bowling them? Is there anything in your mind?
Yes, of course. Yeah, when you're playing against the best, it's you have to prepare yourself very well. I always uh, remember that things, and I'm preparing well myself to compete against the best. And yes, I will try to give them hard time, of course, because in the field, I was love to give hard time against to my opponent, and I'm preparing for that as well. And I'm hoping we're going to have a good tournaments, inshallah.
Great. We wish you all the best for this tournament and also for the Champions Trophy. When we are hoping that Bangladesh is a completely a tough side, and it's a good competition there. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
giving us the time.
Thank you.